Hello, Steve White, Trek Boy 89 for Steve RC9. Well, we've got a little bit of news on Star Trek Discovery Season 5. A little bit more information about the villains of the piece, because, of course, every Star Trek adventure has to have a villain because they actually don't understand what Star Trek is. But it's not just a villain now, it's a pair of villains, and they're being described as Bonnie and Clyde. And they have a romance, and the characters' names are a bit on the nose. There's Lack and then Moll. Now, if you know anything about gangsters, the women who hang out with gangsters were gangsters' moles. So the fact that they're comparing him to Bonnie and Clyde and calling him Lack, because we all know, yeah, not going to go into that story. But yeah, so they... The main actor was, I haven't heard anything from the female actress actually, but the main guy, apparently he was a Star Trek fan, used to watch Star Trek when he was growing up, and he was excited by some elements, because there are some elements of the first episode that have come out that this artifact is found on an 800-year-old Roman vessel, which would suggest it's from the Next Generation era. So people are suggesting that this character is going to be a throwback to a Next Generation episode. So that could be interesting, but they may just take something again like Mud or, from the original Star Trek or the Gorn and just ruin it and make it impossible to watch that now, seeing how it was changed. But the fact that it's all a different timeline doesn't matter as much. It's still a different universe, but they won't acknowledge it's a different universe. And I just found out something really disturbing. They ended all the Star Trek novels, so they wouldn't contradict the Picard TV show when that's in a different timeline and a different universe. They could have just kept... I don't understand. They're so determined to present this new show in this other universe and different timeline in another universe as prime, that they were willing to sacrifice the beta canon, the novels and everything. I didn't realise they'd done that. I'd heard about this book that was summing up some stories and sort of bringing some stories to a close, but I didn't sort of realise what extreme they were going to with that. So that's just an off-the-side thing, because there's not much to this bit of news. He does confirm that it's all action-adventure from start to finish. It's basically Indiana Jones, because they did Star Trek the Motion Picture last year, and we can't have Discovery resemble Star Trek 2 years in a row, so we have to do something different, is sort of the thinking. And the other curious thing is just to show just how much a lack of integrity this show has and always has had. They're abandoning their long form storytelling, because episodic episodes worked on Strange New Worlds apparently, which is doing a lot better than this, because it didn't get cancelled. They're doing episodic episodes now. They've got their overarching story, but they're doing episodic episodic episodes now for the whole season. So that just shows they have no integrity, because if they really believed that long form storytelling was the way to do it and the artistic thing, they would have kept doing it. But no, as soon as another Star Trek did it better, even though they had 5 shows before this whole era doing it better, they ignored the fact that Strange New Worlds did it better, then they changed. So nothing good here. Yeah, so we've got Bonnie and Clyde basically being chased by Indiana Burnham, I guess. And yeah, it's just a bunch of running around on desert planets, which is a way to save money basically, because all you need is sand and some really crappy costumes that they could have pulled from any, Mad Max style production, which is why the show's going to look like any other generic science fiction show that sets itself in a dystopian future, because it costs money to actually create Strange New Worlds and to create the world of the Federation and the ship itself. I know they've already got a bunch of standing sets, but still. So there's nothing good here. It was kind of funny to hear the main actor, I can't remember his name, who was a Star Trek fan, dancing around all the problems of Discovery and saying, I just love how they took so many big leaps and bounds with style and made all these big choices, and this year is the same thing. We're doing something totally different, because last year we did something that resembled Star Trek, so we have to do something totally different now. And I'm like, wow, he's spinning so hard. But yeah, so that's all we know so far. That's all I know that we know so far. Basically, we've got Bonnie and Clyde being chased by, Indiana Burnham through individual episodic episodes. And it's the end, and there may be a couple of callbacks to Star Trek in this. Like this Romulan ship is probably going to be next generation era. But yeah, that's all we know. I'm going to go. Feel free to share, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think. Thanks. Bye.